Are the people that think the storm was man-made? Are you one of those people, Tony?
This storm was man-made.
Yeah.
This one no.
This one no, but others maybe.
Davian, you know
Let
that there are research centers. There's a research center in Florida
mm-hmm.
which can like create hurricane like conditions.
Conditions simulate it, but they cannot create a hurricane, Tony.
No, but the thing is, Davian, listen, my thing is, Davian, if you can create the conditions of something, it means that
Mm.
you can create that thing.
No, you're basically
Wait no
saying
man,
that
wait no
man is
man.
God.
If you can create the conditions of something, you can create that thing. Can you do it on such a big scale? Is another question. But if you can create the conditions, you can do it.
How I saw the research on that thing. It was created
Have
in
you-
like a funnel in a lab, Tony.
Yeah.
How big is the lab?
No, but wait, no. No, but wait, no. It has gone. It has gone outside of the lab too, Davian.
No, it has not.
Davian.
Tony, it
Listen,
is total
I don't
propaganda.
want you have me like me are the conspiracy theorists here,
I am
Davian.
having you as a conspiracy. I'm losing respect for you every second you talk right now.
Davian, wait no man. This tactic has been used in the war in Vietnam, you know that? For,
Clo-
no, not cloud seeding, not that thing. Listen, the world know about cloud seeding and we know that this thing is possible and it can happen. It has happened many times.
yeah.
True or not?
Cloud seeding happens, yeah.
Okay.
But we don't
But
cloud
no,
seeding for
we
cloud
know
seeding. Well, I
another.
know for cloud seeding to happen, there needs to be clouds too.
Yes, we know that too. We know that too. But that's not what I'm getting at. I'm saying the tactic, right, of creating a storm, literally, has been used in the Vietnam War, Davian.
Allegedly. There's
There's
no
no
evidence.
alleged,
Where's the
Davian.
evidence?
The
Where's the
research
evidence
is
of that?
there. Actually, all right, actually, I can't remember the name right now, Davian. The research has been there. I have a list of them, actually. I actually have a list of them, Davian, but I want to make an there so and find some of them.
Tony,
Wait, no,
a
man.
man
Wait, no,
cannot
Rasta.
create a hurricane on that scale. A man cannot do that.
All right, which year? Which year? Let me find the year.
Tony, that technology does not exist. People can create, you can create gravity, right? You can remove gravity if people can float, right? Can they create outer space?
As me say, Davian, as me say, and you still approve my point. If you can create the conditions for something to happen, you can create that thing.
Or
However, the scale on which you can do it might be different.
okay.
So,
Let us see.
wait, no,
Let
wait. You understand what I say?
Tony, you
No,
understand what
no.
you're
I don't think you
saying.
understand what I say. Wait, no, Davian. I am saying that I kind of dip on your side. I don't think somebody create this storm. You know what I say? But I just say the conditions for this thing can be created. On
So,
the scale, we
so,
don't know. This
so
specific one, no.
people create conditions. You're a scientist. People create conditions to test things all the time.
And that's why me I tell you all of these things, David.
Yes, but that
We're not
doesn't mean
saying
that
these
they
things
can
in
create
vain,
it.
David.
That doesn't mean that they can create it. You can create the conditions for it.
Uh-huh.
But even so, it will never be it. Listen to what this youngster is saying.
Melissa was man-made because Melissa is the first hurricane without lightning and thunder. Let's break it down. Lightning is a spark of electricity caused by a buildup of electric charges, that's positive charges, negative charges, in the atmosphere. This is basically how a thunderstorm forms. So it's formed through something called vertical wind flow. Vertical wind flow is when rapid warm moisture from the ground whooshes up into the atmosphere at a very, very high speed. Once it goes up into the cooler air, what happens is that the warmer air starts to collide with the cooler air, and then the warmer air condenses, right? In that process, you have the ice crystals and the water droplets basically hitting each other back and forth like that. When the water droplets and the ice crystals do their thing, that creates friction. And basically the friction separates the charges into a positive charge and a negative charge. So what happens now is that creates the lightning, right? That's how lightning is created. The Coriolis effect, you absolutely need to understand this before I can explain the next thing. The Coriolis effect is the force that deflects moving objects on a rotating body. You spin a gig, right? If it's spin a gig and the gig a spin, and then you throw something on the gig, it shut off. You see me I say? Yeah. It's the same deflection that the earth have because it's spinning on the axis. Basically, anything that's on the surface and hurricane will start to curve and start to deflect away from the equator. All right, so now take the thunderstorms and put over the ocean. Water has a smoother surface, so the friction will be less, right? I said that because thunderstorms are over land, it has more friction with the ground on the updraft that causes the updraft to be more violent and rapid. It's still going to develop over the warm water because the moist air, right, is still going up to develop it, right? But it's not as rapid. So therefore, there's less lightning and thunder production. When this starts to develop now, the Coriolis effect makes the winds in the storm horizontal, right? Not vertical, horizontal. So now that the wind is horizontal, it's less vertical winds going up in the atmosphere to create lightning. You will still have lightning on some of the outer bands of the hurricane, but as I get closer to the core, there will be less possibility for lightning. And that is why hurricanes do not have much lightning or thunder. Yes, it can have some. It's weather. It will happen, but it rarely does have it. And not every hurricane will have lightning or thunder. Ask your grandparents about Gilbert, Ivan. Me personally grew up in a hurricanes and never hear any lightning or thunder. So that is that.
We don't know about that no lightning and thunder, that's something there, dog. To tell you the truth, you know. Me and you pass through Ivan, you know, brother. Me and you pass through Ivan. You remember lightning and thunder?
No, really, to tell you the truth, you know.
What do you mean, no really, brother? Are you live in a flat place?
We live in a mountain, Tony.
Then how you not remember them lightning they were a clap? And we then at some higher places, Davian.
Okay. How do you think Melissa was made?
Davian, don't ask me that question. That's the wrong question you're asking me. Don't ask me that question, Davian. It was made when warm air and cold air meet together in the Caribbean Sea. Some people might say it can't even be from the oil rigs or wherever where they're out of the sea, heating up the sea, giving it a warmer temperature. So when the cool air come, there are higher chances of a hurricane happening.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was man-made.
Okay. And people are saying the cloud seeding thing. I feel like this is an explanation for Jamaicans.
Honestly, I didn't even realize that the video we make yesterday was gonna go that viral. But too much people are throw around cloud seeding and actually don't know what cloud seeding is.
That's true.
Is a technique to manipulate clouds with high moisture to generate precipitation.
Rain.
Cool. In order to do that, they use substances called silver iodide or dry ice. People know about dry ice, right? But cloud seeding cannot create clouds from scratch. Definition: manipulate clouds with high moisture, meaning a cloud has to be present in order for cloud seeding to occur. You see the cloud here with the high moisture inside? You see my water droplets? You see the plane? Yes. The plane can fly over and drop the silver iodide and dry ice into the cloud that's already there in order for the cloud to create rainfall. They can also use a generator to do it as well. But look over this side. You see, it's so sunny. You see the two little bird them. If there is no clouds with no moisture, they cannot do cloud seeding because you physically need a cloud with moisture. So can cloud seeding cause hurricanes? No. Hurricanes
Impossible.
form from thunderstorms, and thunderstorms need more factors in order to form. So now the last concern. If the storm is already there brewing, can they use cloud seeding? No. And for any of the conspiracy theorists, we're going to try if we said this and that. They tried it before. Project Storm Fury, 1962 to 1983, a 20-year research project by the United States government to try to use cloud seeding to manipulate a hurricane. They've tried it. And after the 20-year experiment, you know what they concluded? That hurricanes do not have enough super cool water in the system for cloud seeding to manipulate it anywhere. Do you know why? Because hurricanes are big areas of warm, low pressure. It does not have enough super cool water. There you go. Honestly,
You hear what the youngster said, Tonio?
Yeah, man. No, him correct, David. Him correct. As in, like, him correct, David. Him correct. Yeah, man. Him correct, David. Him correct with everything him say. And when him say everything him say makes sense, David.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna show you some patents, David. You know what's a patent?
yeah, patent. But you know, people put in patents ideas, Tonil, without anything just to secure it in the future. So a
David.
patent doesn't necessarily mean that the technology exists, you know. You just
David,
create.
the technology has to exist for the patent to exist.
No, the
Yes.
idea. You
Then why
can
would you
patent the
then,
idea.
David, why would you patent the knowledge if it can't exist?
Just in case technology evolves to
It
the
don't
point
work
so
so
you
that
earn
way.
money from it, Tonil. Yes.
It don't work so that way. It don't work
I'm
so that
telling
way.
you. Okay, show me your patent.
All right.
You
You
notice
see?
I brought evidence?
Yeah.
Show me your
As in, like,
patent.
David, I don't want you to take when me I say as hard evidence.
No. The
This
thing
when
is,
me I show you, this are just for open your mind to a few things. Do what you want with it later. But
you are part of the
I
problem.
just going to show you some patents.
You know, you are the person that someone that can't even calculate 3 times 7 needs to believe it. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this and you feel like you
Ah,
3 times 7 and you believe somebody caused the hurricane and you don't know what 3 times 7 quickly is, you need to reevaluate. You're not ready for this conversation.
David.
Show me a patent, my friend.
All
Because
right.
patent, there are millions of patents out there that people don't use.
All right. Let me see.
You know, technology companies create patents for things that they never plan to use.
I know that. I never
What's your
can
patent?
see my page. So this is a patent. This is the patent number, right?
Yeah.
Here's the inventor of the patent, right? Worldwide applications in 1993. Look
Yeah.
at the applications. There have been applications, right?
Okay.
All right. So what is this one called? The tropical cyclone disruption. What does it do? It's a chemical which allow water to chemically join to the eye wall of tropical cyclone to initiate a self-destruct catalyzing effect. What that mean? For kind of try to stop it
Self-destruct.
or stop the effects of it.
Okay.
Right?
To stop the effect of the cyclone, right?
Yeah, man. Make we see the background of the
So they're trying.
invention.
Hold on. So basically, this patent is if someone creates a device that can stop hurricanes or cyclones, this is the patent for it. That's what I'm getting.
Yes.
So basically, you just say, oh, somebody is trying to create a device and they patent the idea to stop the hurricane. A
Yes.
device that you can throw into a typhoon.
Yes.
Or
I
a
am sure. I
cyclone.
will show you two sides of the coin. Wait no man.
Okay, sir.
So this one, as I said, this one is called the tropical cyclone disruption. So it basically stop it in essence. All right. Background of the invention, field of the invention. The purpose of the procedure would be to eradicate the threat of tropical cyclones. Let me highlight that part. Right?
Okay. We get it.
All right. So you see that part there, right?
Yeah.
For going at the scientific technical terms and all of this, we don't need to go into that. But you get the meat of the matter, right?
Basically, people, to simplify, this is the patent for a possible device that can stop tropical cyclones.
All right.
So someone is trying to invent a device to stop it.
All right, no. So that is one side.
Yeah. Show me the other side of your kind, bro.
Oh. All right. And this is another patent which is called Method for controlling hurricanes. This
Okay.
patent in 2009. Applications, you see, has applications. Status
Okay.
abandoned.
Abandon.
Yeah. Wait now. But it says, all right, it says a method for controlling hurricanes by raising the temperature in the eye and in the outflow. Right? The air temperature within the eye or the outflow of the hurricane is raised by flying scores of jet planes with afterburners in the structure to add small changes in the temperature on a large scale, right? Into change
Mhm.
variables into small scale to change direction and intensity of the hurricane. So basically, change them can do this for change the direction and intensity with
Hold
this
on.
patent.
Hold on. Wait. Did it say anything about small changes in the temperature and the last gauge, bringing changes in the variables of a smaller gauge to change the direction and intensity of the hurricane? So this was someone's idea to the hot air, cold air, to add more hot air to to see if he can make the hurricane bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say for 1 second that someone pulled this off. Notice this patent was abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
So that means the idea was nullified. Right?
Yeah.
And this was an idea, the American military would have this. Every military would know of this because the
Mm-hmm.
patent is public, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a secret that someone had this idea. It doesn't mean it's a viable idea. Right? But let's say we live in a world where someone did do this. How is he going to manipulate it so that it hits Jamaica?
I don't think that's a question, Davian.
No,
I
and
don't think
also
that's
hold on. And you notice it didn't say it created it.
no, no, no,
It,
no, no, no,
it
no,
said
no,
to
no.
make it worse
The
and
thing is,
change
Davian.
slightly.
The thing is,
Eh?
Davian.
Hmm?
How we can put this to you?
Yeah.
Davian, you don't have to
Explain it.
create this thing. The thing,
Mm.
and we don't establish that this thing was not man-made. It's not
No, but I'm
man-made.
saying
I
no,
was
no,
wait,
not
let
this
me
one.
say it
Not
again.
Hurricane
Let me
Melissa.
say it again for the people at the back, Davian. Tony from the Yardman podcast is not saying that anybody created any storm. Tony
Okay.
is only showing some patents which are questionable. Me have a few more, me have a long list more than that, but me just choose them two, yeah. To
Okay.
show you, say the storm can be manipulated. Can be manipulated. And
No,
you
no,
see
no.
where it has
No,
had
no, no. No,
applications.
no, no. Not that it can. That someone thinks their idea is viable enough to manipulate
Okay,
it.
Davian. We will take that and run with that
Things.
part there.
Things.
For your benefit, Davian. But yes, I only show those two patents. For sure, yes, sir. This is not nothing new. These things have been around. And again, nobody is saying that anybody created any storm. But you can manipulate the storm. Right?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, look for armory. For kickback.
No, I'm just saying what you need to apply for a patent. You need a real invention. It must be new, non-obvious, and useful. A clear description and how the invention would be made and used. You need to make some claims on the invention. You need to have drawings. You need to have the inventor. You need to pay fees. All right.
Yep.
Why would someone abandon a patent? A patent application. Why would someone abandon a patent application? The fees, the invention is no longer valuable, the patent office rejects it, prior art is discovered, the filer, the file provisional didn't follow up, strategic reasons. Lots of reason to abandon it, right?
Yep.
You notice both patents that you show, none of them showed about the creation of it. And
No,
why
no,
would
no.
I?
Yes, of course. No creation
So
of
you,
this thing.
so it's impossible. One patent that you show was saying how someone could stop it. I think that's good technology. And obviously, if you have good technology, someone has said, "Oh, hell, hurricane hot and cold here meeting in the Atlantic, and make we
It sounds simple,
make we
but it's
see.
not actually simple.
Yeah, and you don't think that if the amount of jet planes that you would need to do that, that would be monitored?
No, not Davian.
You think?
Davian,
So that would just
We have seen the Boeing 747 flight, I don't remember the name, disappear
disappear.
into thin air.
That
Disappear
flight.
off of the radar, just like that, Davian. These
All
things
right,
can be
Tony.
done, as Mr. Davian, if you have somebody sitting. We talked about this before, no corruption, you know. You see, if you have somebody upon a high stool, sitting somewhere high, somewhere very high,
Mhm.
them have the power to erase these kind of things or divert. You know what I say?
Tony, I also believe people are pragmatic. The profit will have to outweigh the risk.
The profit
Profit is the
always
biggest
outweigh
motive.
the risk, man.
Yeah,
Always.
profit is the biggest motive.
There's no other motive, Davian. There's no other motive. This is always capitalism and the profit.
But in this case, Tony, people are clutching at straws. People are trying to find things to
Naturally.
believe in. And now there's so much information out there that if it's like there is so much information out there, so it comes down to how you critically process the information. And if I'm being honest, the average Jamaican is not in a position to critically analyze scientific information to determine whether or not something is viable or not. That
But
includes myself as well.
but
So
that don't mean you must
hold on.
underestimate the common
I'm
Jamaican.
not. I'm not. Why would I? Why is that underestimating the
You
common
sound
man,
like you
Tony?
did just for a minute.
No, it's not under. It's the fact of the life, fact of it. You think people just get up one day and turn doctor or scientist?
No,
You think reading a scientific journal is easy to understand?
no.
Firstly,
But then
you
you
are a
have
university graduate. Do you understand all scientific jargon in specified fields?
no.
So
But
how
you have
you
the man we
expect
don't know
someone
the
to
jargon but know the work.
Tony? I'm not saying no. I mean, I'm not saying people cannot be intelligent without knowing the specifics of information. But certain research, you cannot be saying there's a research about this when you don't understand the research, when you're just regurgitating someone else's interpretation of it.
All right. You sound like you come from a better direction. No.
No, but that is the case, bro. For example, I can read an entire study on let's say an entire study on curing cancer.
Yeah.
I can read it, but does not mean that I will understand it.
No. Not by any means.
But will I come away with my own conclusions, even though I'm not an expert in the field?
Always.
It's like when you get your test report from a doctor, you look at it, you see numbers. I don't know what the numbers mean. You get a scan, you see some light up area, and you see another area light up, but you don't know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.